How's it going, you guys? Welcome back to Unorthodox Savings. So it's been a little bit since you guys have seen my face because I've been doing stock reviews, but the reason why I've taken a break from actually showing my face is because I've been very busy doing a side project, which I'm going to announce, and you probably tell by the title, I bought my first real estate property of 2021. Now, I didn't want to make this video as a form to brag or anything like that. I still wanted to provide some form of value and at least try to help everybody out. So what I'm going to do is get into the financials, the numbers, and everything I did with this house and exactly how I got a good deal on this. And while I do everything, I'm gonna show a super cool, fancy little panorama of the pictures of the different rooms in the house that I took during a walkthrough. Just FYI, none of this furniture is actually mine, is what was in the house when I did a walkthrough. But the closing date for this property is actually March 19th. So by then, I'll actually own this property, and my plan is to live in it in a year, renovate the kitchen because the kitchen is very outdated. It's almost from like the early 90s, and also renovate the bathroom. It will raise the property value as well as make the house better to live in. And the great thing about this property is I'm going to talk about the location. So the location is right next to a college in New Jersey. I mean, literally, you walk outside and you're staring at the college. It's less than 10 yards to actually get onto the physical campus. So this is a very, very hot real estate market. And I was able to get this house off market. So a little quick story for you guys. The town that this is in is actually a small town, and I know the owners of this house, and a little bit of talking, we ended up making a really good deal. So we ended up skipping real estate fees because I'm a real estate agent, and in a perfect world, the wife of the household ended up being a worker for some form of title company, so then we ended up skipping the title company. I also got a free appraisal on the house. Now, appraisals are fairly cheap when it comes to everything else with a home. They're between $300 and $500 in New Jersey, so I ended up skipping that, and I ended up buying the house for $220,000 at an interest rate of 2.75%. Now, when I got the house appraised, it was appraised for $252,000. So on paper, I instantly got $32,000 in equity. One thing I was able to do is I didn't want to liquidate any of my assets in the stock market or crypto. I wanted to use as much money as I could to renovate the place to make the property value higher. So when I did this, I got what's called a seller's assist. So the home I actually got for $212,000, but on physical paper it's written down as $220,000. So all that really means is that I didn't have to pay closing costs, and the best thing is that I got a loan for this, and I ended up putting down the minimum 20% for the home. So now that we've gone over what the home looks like and what I actually got the property for, I'm gonna go ahead and read the specs off of there, and I'll leave somewhere just a listing I got off of Zillow, just so you guys know I'm telling the truth. It's a 1,600 square foot home, which is actually really good. It's 4 bedrooms and 2 baths. So it's actually not 2 full baths, it's 1.5 technically. So the half bath is a toilet and sink. For those of you who don't know, it also has a detached extended garage. So instead of being a 2-door garage, it's just one big door. So I'm actually keeping that separate. I'm renting that out to another person, and this is my maintenance guy. He comes around and he mows the lawns, he plows the driveway when it snows. We live on the East Coast, so we get all seasons here. And then, like I said before, it's about 10 yards from the campus, so this is a hot commodity for college students. So running up all the numbers and everything just off of the mortgage and the rent alone, so I'm going to rent this place out for $2,600 a month, which is the average of what these homes go for in this area as a college rental. And I'm going to bring in around $1,150 a month and just pure profit. Now, the good thing about real estate is you also get depreciation of the home, you get equity, and then you get tax write-offs each year. So each year I own this property, I'm going to earn more and more. And then eventually, after about a year or so of owning this property, because I bought a primary mortgage instead of getting a renter's mortgage, I'm going to get a cash out refinance and then rinse and repeat the same exact cycle. Now, I already have future speculations of where I'm going to get my next home, and we're going to see if any of those play out. Now, I'm very lucky to get this home at the price I got it for and the interest rate I got it for, especially that I did it off market, because as many of you know, interest rates are all-time low in the real estate market is very hot. Homes go like this, and there's a lot of investors out there scooping up homes as they can. Now, some of you are probably asking, like, how did I do this? How was I able to get the home and learn about this? Now, although I have my real estate license, I'm going to be completely transparent with you. You do not need a real estate license to get into real estate. It's actually not as hard as you think. All you really do, you don't even need a lot of money, which I proved to you guys. All I had to put down was around $10,000 of my own money, which I was easily able to get within a year because I am educated on stocks, crypto, and then I do side hustles, which I talk about in my previous videos. And all it takes is for you guys to budget your money correctly and you can get into this. Now, the benefit of real estate versus stock market investing in crypto is that each asset group has cycles. So the real estate market goes up, real estate market goes down. Same thing with stock market, same thing with crypto. So diversifying your portfolio into different assets is really good because if one performs poorly, you can rely on the others. Now, real estate isn't for everybody. You can invest into what's called a REIT, which is a real estate investment trust, but for those of you who like to work with their hands and physically see your assets, you can physically put in the work hour by hour to boost the price of the home and resell it for a better price. Now, it's all depending on personality and the work ethic you have. Once you get your first property out of the way, it's very easy. So for me, this is quick to get done and I understood everything I had to do. So I was able to buy and close this property within a month. One thing I want to get into is how I am as a landlord. Now, obviously, college kids have a hard time. They're piled up with student debt as well as work and then schoolwork. So I try to be as cool as possible, and I understand that the property I own, it has a completely empty basement. This is an empty concrete basement. So if there's a party down there, I ain't see anything, but the backyard's also empty and fenced in. So if there are parties and other things like that, you have to be able to set up your rental property to be college proof. Now, there's certain things going to do for the home is that when I redo the kitchen, redo the bathroom, I'm using cheaper products that are harder to scratch and harder to break. One of the things is laminate flooring. It's very cheap, it's very easy to install. I can do it myself. It's basically scratch proof and it's break proof. And then when I redo the kitchen and the countertops, there's different forms of countertops that are harder to break than others and some are cheaper. It's all depending on what your budget is. I'm also leaving the home furnished and I'm getting some pretty decent curtains because there's not a lot of trees on the property, so when the sun comes in the summer, you know, it has central air, so when the central air is pumping through the house, I'm just trying to save people money here and there. So, you know, I'm trying to give people their money's worth, and as a landlord, I'm very easygoing. Like, I'm not that weirdo that's always checking up on people. I let the people have their fun, live their life, and, you know, showing respect goes a long way. I know I kept this video shorter than I probably should have because, you know, buying a home is a really big deal. But my goal is to make many videos in the near future on me fixing up the property, different deals I'm looking at, different things like that, because I haven't really gotten into the real estate sector of my channel a lot. And instead of me sitting here for 20 minutes straight to like pat myself on the back on how I bought a property, I want to provide as much value as I can to you guys. Now, outside of real estate investing, if you want to get to know me personally and my stock market investing journey, I have a free Discord link down below where we literally talk about everything and then we put in due diligence about stocks. If you're a small YouTuber, you can put in your own channel and your own videos down there. I have a channel just for that in the Discord. And then if you're bored, you can send memes, talk to me. I'm basically up from like 5 a.m. to midnight every night. So thank you guys very much for watching. I appreciate all the support. I'm almost at 800 subscribers and I am very happy. So thank you again, and I'll see you next time.